Today, I actually want to talk about something important to you, which is burnout. Specifically, what I do when I'm feeling burned out working remotely. Because let's be real, it happens to the both of us. As I've mentioned with all my other videos, hey, remote working has a lot of perks and benefits, but this is the dark side that not everyone knows. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maggie Steven, a YouTube project manager, sharing you guys what it's really like working behind the scenes of a 1 million YouTuber, and also giving you guys some remote working tips and also sharing advices for young adults out there. First of all, working remotely has left me becoming very lonely and also felt disconnected to everyone. You'll often see yourself working at home with no friends or peers sitting right next beside you, like the traditional 9-to-5 jobs out there. When you're dealing with a lot of tasks, lots of jobs, and lots of project deadlines that is coming up towards the end of the month, you'll always feel tired, exhausted, and also unmotivated to go to work. That is a big sign that you are feeling burnout. And this is what I usually do to get back on track. As a YouTube project manager working in this field, I handle a lot of projects coming up, and we also have a certain number of monthly videos to post on our YouTube channel. And it felt like an ongoing cycle that is never ending, where I will always tend to see if things are going right and if the videos are being published on time. With a lot of small attention to details, my mind will always be exhausting to make sure that everything is on point. When I feel at that stage of life where I feel unmotivated, I usually, sit back on the sofa, play my phone on the bed, and as time goes on, I forget that it's already 9 o'clock p.m. and I'm still left with lots of tasks to do, lots of video revisions, and also delegating some tasks. You're just sitting behind your desk doing nothing. How can you feel so tired? They often underestimate this big part of the equation. Your mind is constantly thinking, overthinking about the thing that is going to happen next, and you're not AI or any machine. Your mind needs to take a break, and that's what happens to me. Lately, I've been feeling burnt out after we just released one of our biggest project, which is the affiliate marketing content strategy that Charlie has posted. And the big question, hey Aggie, so what do you actually do when you're burned out? And the first thing that I want to share with you guys is to disconnect fully. I know that my biggest asset and weapon in the work that I'm doing right now is my laptop, my phone, keeping up with all the social media trends, and also my workspace. So when I disconnect fully, the best thing to do when you're working at home is to actually close down your laptop, switch off your phone, or put it on do not disturb mode, and actually go outside. And if you're an introvert that has no activity or no friends at all, I hope that's not the case for you. Just go and get some fresh air. Honestly, that is the biggest feeling whatsoever. I suggest walking and taking the time to actually breathe in and breathe out. This simple method can actually help you circulate all that negative blood in your body to actually exhale it out. And I'm talking a lot of nonsense here, but hey, that actually works for me. When I'm working from my home, dealing with more than 80 plus Slack messages, dealing with more than 10 videos to revise, keeping up with the projects that Charlie has told me to actually submit on time, with my peers telling me, hey, where is this, where is that, everything can get miscalculated, and eventually I will feel burned out and make a lot of mistakes. So at lunch break, what I usually do is I eat lunch, as you guys do, and I go outside without no phone, without no WhatsApp messages, without no laptop, and just enjoy myself breathing in and breathing out, looking at the rainy weather, looking at the dark clouds, or even looking at the sunny weather. That's what I actually do when I'm feeling burnt out. This moment where I'm not with my phone or laptop helps set my mind on a reset to process new and better ideas when I come back to work after lunch break. Or if you're really behind on all your work, trust me, taking that break every 1 hour after you finish a task, even though it may be 5 to 10 minutes, that actually helps out a lot. The next tip that I actually want to share is actually your body needs to move. When you're working at home, a lot of your physical movement is actually sitting down behind the laptop screen, typing, and the only thing that you're keeping tension is with your back, your lower back, and actually your neck. I actually got into an accident when I was in the gym trying to hit a personal record on my deadlift. I actually strained my lower back, and the therapy told me that, hey, you're working for way so long and you're not moving your body. And it's scientifically proven that we as humans get our dopamine when we move our body, just as the same as we drink alcohol or smoke, but that's not what I recommend to you. So the next tip is quite plain and simple: moving your body. It does not need any fancy gym equipments that you need to buy or buy in a gym membership. If you guys have the money for that, then go ahead. But as for me, I like to do 10 simple push-ups, or doing a child yoga stretches actually improve my back and allows me to release all the work tensions that I have building up within my neck, my lower back, back and also my back. Alright, up to this point, I actually shared to you how to avoid feeling burnout from time to time. But hey, what happens when you've hit the peak and you're actually feeling burned out? Because my girl has told me that she's feeling burned out right now in her office. She's coming late to work, and I can resonate that because I've been there before. When I look back at it, that's actually the part where I actually don't have any desires to work anymore. And now that I've noticed, it was actually a burned out. I should have taken a break. And the negative part about working remotely in Indonesia, or if you're an Indonesian worker, is that we only get 12 days of paid time off within a year. I know that in Indonesian calendar there's a lot of public holidays, but 12 paid time off is really little compared to Qatar, United States, or any other countries. I don't know the facts, but I felt like that's quite low for me. So yeah, the next step is talking to someone, especially for guys just like me. When we deal with a lot of stress problem, we don't want to talk to someone. It felt like we're distancing ourselves from our parents, we're distancing ourselves from our friends, or we're distancing from our partners, which may be your wife or your girlfriend. And as a man, we always like to bottle this feeling of emotions and also anger or also anxiety, loneliness in our head, and felt like, hey, we as a man are taught not to cry when we were little, and so it should be like that when we were adult because we have a lot of burden to carry. And for me, I think talking to my girl, talking to my parents, and especially talking to God, in my opinion, is the best therapy out of all of that. I think talking to someone, others can resonate on what you're going through. They don't need to have an answer that you're looking for, but it's actually you releasing your energy, that negative energy, and sharing your burden so that others can actually resonate with you. They can, pat you on your back or say something nice to you. And sometimes they might even listen, and that's already enough. I think talking to someone is the biggest understatement in today's era that we don't usually do because we're always in our phone. As an Indonesian, the joke is that when your boss is being a bitch, you're always typing shit on Twitter. But then again, you're not releasing as your body is actually not moving, which is the words coming out from your diaphragm, releasing it into words that actually have a meaning. So please, before I move on with this video, talk to someone which is your closest friend. You don't need to tell the whole world that you're dealing with this kind of problem. Just talk to your best friend, your family, your siblings, or even your partner, which is your wife or your girlfriend. And the last tip that I actually do as a YouTube project manager is that I adjust my schedule. Time management is actually the most important thing for me right now, as we've been told that we need to work 8 hours just like the traditional 9 to 5, but we can do so on a separate timings, right? I can wake up and work for 4 hours, take a break, go to the gym, watch Netflix, or do my hobby, and then continue working 4 hours in the night. I felt like the best thing for me, which I'm currently doing right now, is I prioritize all the most important stuff early in the morning because I'm such a morning person. I easily get fatigued when it's nighttime. Maybe you're a night owl, you perform better at nighttime. So I would highly suggest putting all your tasks where your peak productivity time is at. So as for me, I work 5 hours when I wake up at 9 o'clock. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and then I usually take a lunch break, or I usually go to the gym and then take a lunch break and then a cold shower to keep me going. Power nap is actually important too. If you can set yourself a 15 to 30 minutes power nap, that's also a mind reset for you to not actually burn out. But if you're a night owl, I would suggest doing a lot of that repetitive admin task early in the morning and continuing doing the high ROI task at the nighttime. So yeah, that's been my biggest tip that I've learned so far working remotely as a YouTube project manager to not feeling burnt out. I have started reading the Bible as my morning routine, and I hope I can make another video on what my morning routine is like. But that's all from me. If you guys have any tips on how to not feel burnout, yeah, please leave a comment down below. I'll actually reply to your comment and discuss it with you guys as well. If you need anything or talk to me to my Instagram, add my contacts, or even message me on my email, I'll reply and I'll try to help. So that is it. If you guys enjoyed the video, if this video was actually meaningful or help you guys, like or even share this video to someone who may be in need of this. So thank you guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.